나는 어디에서 왔으며 무엇을 위해 살아가고 있는 것일까? 우주의 존재 목적은 무엇일까? 인생과 우주에 대한 근원적인 물음은 전 인류의 공통 관심사일 텐데요. 필리핀 도장 마일라 플러리 성도님은 인간 농사 짓는 우주 일련 소식을 통해 상제님 진리를 깨달았다고 합니다. 태울주 도공 수행을 통해 천지조화를 체험하며 신앙도 더욱 깊어졌다고 하는데요. 어떤 사연인지 영상으로 만나보시죠.
Okay, my name is Myla Fleury and I'm from the Philippines and I'm currently going through the final stages of my IPDA ceremony for the Jongsandu Manila program, which is run by Sankyu Lee, my progeny.
Could you tell us a little bit about how you met Jingsandu?
Okay. That was 5 years ago when I took up this leadership seminar. I met Sankyu Lee, which is now my progeny, and I attended this Jongsandu workshop. And at the same time, I was conducting some research on Yin Yang and Confucianism because I was developing my research paper. When I attended the Jongsandu workshop, he showed us the basic principles of Yin Yang, Gabyok, 5 elements, and the changes. And when I saw that, I was so surprised because I learned a lot from him in 2 hours compared to the weeks that I was note-taking and reading a lot of books and academic journals, of which I struggled greatly because I have no background in Oriental philosophy. So when he did that, I was just thrilled and surprised. I said, "How did you manage that?" And after that, we had coffee in a cafe, and he showed me the Jongsandu diagram again and reduced everything in a paper napkin. And then after that, we formulated an idea that the yin-yang interacts like a whirlwind. You know, at the beginning, this is the universe, right? And then it expands this way in a cone shape. And then that's comprised of an infinite series of yin-yang interaction because we have to respect the fact that it's cyclical process like birth, growth, harvest, and rest. So that's how we viewed things. And I was amazed. This is how the way of the world works. And because before, it seems that most of the participants of the workshop viewed the yin and yang interaction as a coil spring, that it's straight on. No, it's not. I said, it's that way. It goes like that. It expands because it starts from here and then the creation of the universe happens. And after that, I really wanted to learn more about Jongsandu's teachings.
What is Jingsandu to you?
Jongsandu to me is something that gives me clarity and direction in my life. Because the thing is, after I learned about that, about the yin-yang interaction, learning about how the way of the world works in that simple manner, I started attending the meditation. I started learning about Jongsandu, the Dojon, and to me, as I learned from it, I gained a deeper insight of yin-yang, and I also learned a lot about myself.
What do you think about 개벽 and how are you preparing for it?
Well, what I think about the 개벽, I think the 개벽 is not the end of the world. It is more like the end of the old world and the beginning of the new one. It's a transition, as Pojonim always says. So how am I preparing for it? I'm meditating every day. I'm attending the Qigong, and I'm also learning from the Dojon.
You chant the Teochew mantra, you say you do overnight meditation, and so you've also practiced Togong meditation. Could you tell us if you have had any spiritual experiences through meditation?
Well, I had. in fact, I can tell you one that is most significant. I have numerous, but they're mostly visions. But this one is different because I went to that overnight meditation, and then we did dogong meditation and the static meditation, and then I prayed that I will find the suitable topic for my research. And then a few weeks down the line, I had a dream, and that voice said, you need to find this book. This is where you'll find your topic for your research. And then as soon as I woke up, I knew that book because I read about it. And it's very rare because it belongs to an area of research which is very unique. So I had to go to the publishing house, right? So I woke up and got dressed and just went to the publishing house and bought the book and then read it over lunch. And when I read it, I realized that this is the right topic. I will submit this. And then when I submitted it to the research office, they approved it. They said, "You're onto something here. You're on a great track. So do it."
So how do you think that you received this message from your dream? Like, do you feel like there were any other sources of inspiration or help from, spirits or something?
Oh, I do feel that way because when I read the Dojon, when I go through Taimonim's experiences, and with regards to my research on women and Confucianism, I think I've got that inspiration from there. And that, like I said, I felt that my work was validated after that. And when I read what's in the Jade Flute and how it says that there should be equal yin and yang in the later heaven, I just feel that that is the way to move forward.
What are some of your future plans as a practitioner of Chingsando?
Well, for one thing, I'm going to be very much involved with the Manila Dojang, and we're hoping that we could be part of the translation team because we're volunteers for the translation team, and we've always wanted Jongsandu to translate most of their materials in English so we can disseminate it. Because I think that's what's lacking. Mm-hmm.